Welcome back to my channel. Today will be my first episode of Art and Expression, where I display my art and the significance behind it. Today's art piece deals with shadow work, a philosophy by Carl Jung. Carl Jung, born July 26, 1875 to June 6, 1961, was a psychiatrist and psychologist who pioneered the 20th century of understanding the human psyche. Carl Jung created a theory, if not philosophy, on the concept of human nature. Though humanity has its good sides, it has its ugly sides as well. Long story short, Carl Gustav Jung said it this way: people will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own souls. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This painting is in dedication to Carl Jung's philosophy, as well as myself and many more. Growing up, I didn't always look or feel good inside or out. I was battling with mental disorders, insecurity, and trauma. I also dealt with symptoms of bulimia, but internalized it as a defense mechanism. I battled with a lot of internal demons until I discovered shadow work and what it meant. After going through this process, I realized that my internal demons were actually the bitter, broken parts of me that were ignored or never recognized. As of reaching 25 years on Earth, I've not only grown to love myself, but I've become more patiently aware of myself at times. I know I'm not perfect despite my morals and values, yet each day I evolve to become better than yesterday and prepared for tomorrow. For I am no more, yet no less, human. With that being said, enjoy my art sesh. You can paint if you want to paint with me. You can sip, have a puff, or just use me as background music or something. Either way, if you like, enjoy and like, follow, and subscribe. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I do have the yin and yang sign in my painting. That's also significant with it. You see, I've learned from Taoism or Buddhism, or which way you ever lean, I learned that it's about finding balance in life and also finding balance within oneself. It's teaching me that there's no good without bad, and there's no bad without good, basically. Now, I've always had this ideology of maybe I could help the world, maybe I could change the world, maybe I could save the world. But eventually I started to realize that I've been in this world long enough. Well, I wouldn't say long enough, but before I was even born, there's been good and evil, and there's been some good spirits and bad spirits. And well, as much as I can try to save the world or help people, I have to understand that you can't get rid of the bad and try to keep the good. I mean, as long as we can try, or as much as we try to do it, I've realized that you can't save everyone, you can't change everybody, you can't get rid of the darkness that easily. But it's also helped me understand that you have a choice of whether you can choose to do good things or choose to do bad things. But I've also learned how to find center and balance of understanding that there's no sunshine without rain. There's no heaven without hell. It's learning how to find balance and peace in this world. Also, a lot of people may disagree with me, but my perspective on free will is more compatibilist. And here's why I say that. Even though there's good and evil in this world, we have the consciousness and responsibility as individuals of knowing how we proceed in our actions and the consequences that can happen when we make those decisions. Such as, even though I could steal from a store, and I'm not saying this like ethically or like racially or anything, but I'm giving an example. Basically, I could steal from a store only because I'm trying to feed myself and my family. But then, at the same time, it's wrong. It's wrong that I did that. At the same time, I knew or I was conscious of that decision. And I had a choice on whether to do it or not and the reason why. It's still wrong. I could go to jail, but then I have my reasons. Versus someone who steals just for peer pressure, to be angsty or something of that line. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've been in philosophy course, but I still kind of like hold on to that ideology because even though a lot of people will disagree and be like, no, free will isn't a thing, it's only determinism, and there's going to be things that will still determine or or have influence on your actions and stuff. But yeah, that too, but still we have the responsibility and consciousness, or should I say awareness of what we do and why we do it. So yeah, then again, I can't say that for everyone, but those who are conscious enough with enough sense to know better understands we have responsibility for our actions and how we proceed in doing so. Still, I'm down for a good conversation. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm all about philosophy, so I don't mind learning. Also, trigger warning, I did mean to also mention that my painting may look a little bit scary, a little bit creepy, but I'm just painting my shadow on what it looks like, at least from my perspective. I know it looks a little bit scary, it looks a little bit creepy, and I hope it didn't scare or make anyone uncomfortable with that painting, but I'm just expressing what my soul sees or what my soul feels, or at least what my inner shadow wants to say or express. So, yeah. Sorry. And here are the final touches. You'll notice a lot of things that are significant in my painting, but honestly, I just want to leave it off with a few words. I want you to know that art isn't always about impressing people, but it's about expressing what the soul sometimes wants to say, or at least what the heart and mind can't say, but the soul kind of has resided in them. So, yeah. Don't focus so much on trying to impress, but just express and leave your truth. Let it be your message, you know? And be creative. It's good to have something in this world. All right, peace out.